Imagine if someone from the year 1900 suddenly appeared in today's world and saw the smartphone in your pocket. They would probably think it was a magical object. A single device that can make phone calls, send messages, take photos, record videos, play games, watch movies, navigate anywhere using maps, and instantly connect to almost all the world's knowledge through the internet. It sounds unbelievable, but this tiny device is real. So how did humans invent something so powerful? The answer is far more interesting than you might expect. The smartphone was never invented by one person working alone. Instead, it is the result of more than 100 years of scientific discoveries, engineering breakthroughs, and thousands of brilliant inventions. Every generation solved one problem and passed its ideas to the next. Little by little, these inventions combined to create the smartphone we use every day. Before telephones existed, communicating over long distances was slow and difficult. People wrote letters by hand and sent them through messengers, horses, ships, or trains. A simple message could take weeks or even months to arrive. If an emergency happened, there was often no quick way to ask for help or share important news. Everything changed in 1876 when Alexander Graham Bell successfully demonstrated the telephone. For the first time in history, people could hear another person's voice from far away, almost instantly. It was one of humanity's greatest inventions and completely transformed communication. However, early telephones had many limitations. They were connected by long wires, meaning you could only make calls from fixed locations. If you left your house or office, you also left your telephone behind. Scientists immediately began searching for a way to remove these wires and allow people to communicate while moving. Years of research into radio waves and wireless technology finally made this dream possible. Radio signals could carry information through the air without physical cables. This breakthrough became the foundation of mobile communication. In 1973, engineer Martin Cooper made the world's first public handheld mobile phone call. The device looked nothing like today's smartphones. It was large, heavy, weighed more than 1 kilogram, and its battery lasted only about 30 minutes of talking. Charging it took many hours. Even so, this historic phone proved that portable communication was finally possible. During the following years, engineers focused on making mobile phones smaller, lighter, and more reliable. New batteries lasted longer, electronic components became smaller, and manufacturing techniques improved. Mobile phones slowly became practical for businesses and eventually for ordinary people. Even then, early mobile phones could only make phone calls. Later, they gained simple features like calculators, alarm clocks, contact lists, calendars, and text messaging. These improvements made phones much more useful in everyday life, but they were still far from the powerful smartphones we know today. Meanwhile, another technology was rapidly changing the world: the personal computer. Computers became faster every year, allowing people to write documents, play games, store information, and eventually connect to the internet. Engineers soon wondered if one day they could combine the communication abilities of a phone with the computing power of a computer. That idea led to the first generation of smartphones during the 1990s. These early devices could send emails, organize schedules, store contacts, and browse simple websites. Although they were impressive for their time, they had tiny screens, complicated menus, and physical keyboards that made them difficult to use. Most people still preferred regular mobile phones because they were cheaper, simpler, and more familiar. Everything changed in 2007 when Apple introduced the first iPhone. Instead of relying on a physical keyboard, it featured a large touchscreen controlled entirely by your fingers. Swiping, tapping, and pinching quickly became natural gestures. The smartphone suddenly became easier, faster, and far more enjoyable to use. This single innovation completely transformed the mobile phone industry and marked the beginning of the modern smartphone era. The launch of the iPhone inspired other technology companies to develop their own smartphones. Competition increased rapidly, leading to better designs, faster processors, brighter displays, and more advanced software. Within just a few years, smartphones became more powerful, while also becoming more affordable for millions of people around the world. One of the biggest breakthroughs came with the creation of app stores. Instead of using a phone only for calling or texting, people could download applications for almost anything. There were apps for learning languages, checking the weather, editing photos, reading books, listening to music, ordering food, managing money, and even controlling smart home devices. A smartphone could now become whatever its owner needed it to be. At the same time, internet technology continued to improve. Faster mobile networks allowed people to browse websites, stream videos, make video calls, and share photos instantly. Instead of waiting hours or days for information, people could search almost any question within seconds. The smartphone became a gateway to the world's knowledge. Another important improvement was the camera. Early mobile phone cameras produced blurry and low-quality images. However, year after year, engineers developed better camera sensors, sharper lenses, and smarter image processing software. Today, many smartphones can capture professional quality photos and record videos in extremely high resolution. For many people, smartphones have completely replaced traditional digital cameras. Scientists also added many intelligent sensors inside smartphones. GPS allows users to know their exact location almost anywhere on Earth. Accelerometers detect movement and rotation, making games and fitness apps possible. Gyroscopes improve navigation and virtual reality experiences. Fingerprint scanners and facial recognition systems provide fast and secure ways to unlock devices without needing passwords. Artificial intelligence has become another major part of modern smartphones. AI helps phones recognize voices, improve photos automatically, translate languages in real time, suggest replies to messages, organize photo libraries, and answer questions through digital assistants. These intelligent features make smartphones feel faster, smarter, and easier to use than ever before. Smartphones have also changed education. Students can attend online classes, read digital textbooks, watch educational videos, complete assignments, and communicate with teachers using only a single device. Learning is no longer limited to classrooms because knowledge can now be accessed almost anywhere with an internet connection. Businesses have changed as well. Workers can join online meetings, send emails, manage projects, create presentations, and communicate with colleagues while traveling. Smartphones allow companies to operate more efficiently, and many people can now work remotely from almost anywhere in the world. Navigation has become much easier thanks to smartphones. Before GPS, people relied on paper maps or asked strangers for directions. Today, smartphones calculate the fastest routes, provide live traffic updates, estimate travel times, and even guide drivers with spoken directions. Getting lost has become much less common than it once was. Entertainment has also been transformed. A single smartphone can store thousands of songs, movies, books, podcasts, and games. Millions of people watch videos, listen to music, and communicate through social media every day using devices that easily fit into a pocket. Technology continues to improve every year. Engineers are creating faster processors, stronger batteries, foldable displays, satellite communication, and even more advanced artificial intelligence. Some researchers are developing augmented reality and wearable devices that may one day work seamlessly with smartphones or even replace them entirely. When we look back at history, one thing becomes very clear. Smartphones were never invented by one genius working alone. They are the result of the combined efforts of countless scientists, inventors, engineers, designers, and programmers who spent more than a century improving communication, computing, electronics, and software. So how did humans invent smartphones? They took hundreds of remarkable inventions and combined them into one small device that fits inside a pocket. Every call, message, photo, video, and search you make is powered by generations of human curiosity, creativity, and innovation. And as technology continues to advance, the story of the smartphone is still being written.